Don't cat out. It's okay. We got this.
What's going on, guys? This is Tit for Tat podcast. I'm your host Jay. I'm on my boys Max and Latif. Just before
What's
we
up, guys?
start the episode, man, I want to say prayers out to the Michigan State family. Actually, Max attends Michigan State, so I'm just let him get off what he has to get off if he has anything to say.
Yeah, it's just um crazy world of emotions going on in East Lansing. I'd say just please put your prayers and thoughts to those the victims who are injured, obviously, and those who unfortunately passed away. Please just put your thoughts and prayers to all those who are affected with it. It's a crazy time for all of us. Unfortunately, this kind of thing seems to happen too often. So we can't let this continue to happen. This isn't good. Um, there's just no reason for any of this. So my heart, my prayers go out to those. Um, yeah, it just sucks, man. There's like, yeah, there's no good ways to think about it. No good takeaways to come out of this. It's just, it is nothing you want to experience. So, um, yeah, yeah, that's about it. Just please put your thoughts and prayers with the families affected. And yeah,
Chief, go. If you got
Oh
anything.
yeah. I don't want to say too much. It's not a political podcast, but obviously, this stuff like this keep happening, and there's no change. We always go through this process of outrage and anger, and why does this happen, and all of that. And then no real change is made. It's in the headlines for about 3 or 4 days, and then we just brush over it, and nothing happens. So until America wants to institute stronger gun laws, stuff like this is going to keep happening, like in America, because we're the only developed country in the world that hasn't cracked down on gun laws. And you've seen other countries like Switzerland, for example, other places crack down on gun laws, and their mass shootings and just shootings in general have went down tremendously. We just refuse to do that. I mean, I understand the Second Amendment and all that, but it's not 1770 anymore, and guns have changed a lot. And guns are hurting our students, our future. It's literally our future, and it's getting killed because we're being ignorant to a problem. And it was really scary because obviously one of our friends and co-hosts go to that school. We didn't even hear about it from him. We don't know what's going on,
Yeah,
and so that was really crazy. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
yeah. I'm gonna agree with Tiff on this one. Like, you don't expect. First off, nobody expects their life to be ended tragically. Nobody thinks about that. That's a odd way to think. But specifically, nobody thinks. When you send your child to school, you expect them to be safe. You expect them to get their education, and at college specifically, you expect them to get their education and have your child have fun. And then just to for this to happen, it's just insane. Yeah, gun laws should be cracked down on, but as Steve said, this isn't a political podcast, but something has to be done. But just getting into the swing of things for this episode, we're
can I say
going.
one more? Just can I say one more thing? Just
Yeah,
I was just say quickly, just like tell your people you love them, tell your family, tell your friends, like
for sure.
just always tell your people you love them. That's all.
Facts. So for this episode, this is an all football episode. Super Bowl just passed, so we got a lot of stuff. We're doing a little season recap, big deal or no big deal. Derek Carr being released, we're gonna touch on that, and then at the end of the episode, we're gonna do a nice little 2022 redraft. Those are kind of my favorite. I love when we do redraft, so I'm looking forward to that. But for the first topic, a team that you were impressed with. For me, I'm gonna say the Giants, a team that was 4-13 last year. Nobody expected them to finish how they finished this year, being 9-7-1. So that's a team that I'm impressed with. I think Daniel Jones took a step up. I think mostly because Saquon had a good year, but a step up is a step up within itself. I don't think you should uh, you should factor in other things, but regardless, it was a step up for him. And then Brian Dable just he changed the whole culture. So I will say am most impressed with the Giants. Anybody
I'm gonna
want to
go
go
next.
next?
I was definitely most impressed with the Lions. The Lions this season. I had some thoughts about the Seahawks. Maybe nobody expected them to be good either, but I'd definitely go to with the Lions. I think this year was really interesting in the NFL. A lot of the teams we thought were gonna be good, Rams, Packers, maybe the Cardinals, teams like that. Teams that were good last year, the Bucks weren't as good this year, and so we saw teams like the Lions, Seahawks, Giants, made playoff push. The Jaguars made playoff push. So teams I was really impressed with is the Lions, specifically Jared Goff. Ever since he came from the Rams, people have doubted him. Said he got a bad contract and he wasn't that good, but he definitely showed that he's a little bit more than the game manager. I think Jared Goff, when you give him enough weapons, the Lions have a really good offense, and Ben Johnson is a very good OC. So you pair that with a good offense, and he can win you games. And that's what he showed. I think the Lions have a very bright future. Aiden Hutchinson was good later in the year. Just got Jameson Williams back at the end of the year. He showed some flashes. I think he had like one catch, but it was like I think he had one catch or one touchdown or something like that. But he showed flashes a little bit. He can have his speed, and so they're gonna have a decent draft pick this year. So, or they're gonna have a very good draft pick this year because the Rams suck, and then their own draft pick. So they'll be really good for the future. So my team's the Lions.
My team, even though we all thought that Trevor Lawrence take a step up this year, I think the Jaguars were the best, my most impressed team, just for the simple fact that they started the season 3-7, and in their last 7 games, they ended up going 6-1. So I mean, if you're 3-7 midseason, more than likely you're not even thinking playoffs. You're thinking how many more games can I lose to get the first pick. But Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence put this all together. Etienne got off his injuries, started to play better. Christian Kirk was playing better. I'm looking at it right now. They beat teams like Baltimore, Dallas, Tennessee twice, who were both like pushing for the playoffs. Like you lose one of those games, you're not in the competition with Tennessee at the end of the season. So huge wins at the end of the year. Yeah, just very, and especially what they did against the Chargers in the playoffs. Just a team that played from behind the entire season. It's just really impressive to see. Yeah, I'd say the Jaguars I'd say a pleasant surprise. I'm excited to see what they do next year.
All right, so going into the next one, a team that you were disappointed with, I'll take that. Team that I was disappointed with is I feel like this is the obvious answer. The Rams, obviously. They were a Super Bowl champs. It's really, how can I say? It was really injuries that riddled them. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp. I think Aaron Donald was hurt, wasn't he?
No,
It
was it was most of the offensive line and the offense was hurt.
Yeah, so they were all everybody, their whole team was damn near hurt. I think Matthew Stafford is going to come back next year and be a great QB. He has a cannon for an arm, so I think they'll do way better than they did this year. Everybody's going to be back, but this is very disappointing, being that they were in the Super Bowl, they won the Super Bowl, and they finished the season 5-12. But again, it was just injury. It was an injury riddled season. But they should be better next year. And you got Aaron Donald returning. So yeah. And Jalen Ramsey wasn't looking like Jalen Ramsey this year.
I mean, he led a couple more touchdowns than he usually do, but if you actually look at his grades and yards allowed this season, he was still a top 5 corner in my book. Like people were saying he was getting cooked all year. That's not true. There's a couple of highlight moments where he don't give those touchdowns up. They get those touchdowns up, and his defense was on the field a lot more than prior seasons because the offense sucked this year.
Right.
Let's see if you go next year.
And that's all injuries.
I want to go. You say the Rams, it's clearly the Denver Broncos. Literally, you can either go to Denver Broncos or the Raiders. Like you come into the year.
I feel it has to be the Rams because they were in the Super Bowl, bro. It has to be Denver Broncos because they paid Russell Wilson.
Finish your point.
It has to be the Denver Broncos because they paid Russell Wilson $200 million to go 4-13, bro. Like they really stunk, bro. And
right.
They hired Nathaniel Hackett, fired him before the season even started. That was one of the hardest offenses to watch in NFL history. That was one of the worst offenses in NFL history. Russell Wilson regressed very, very bad. Very bad. The defense, the only good part about that team was the defense. They traded Bradley Chubb, get a little worse. Like what I saw from Patrick Surtain. Yeah, so definitely the worst. They traded for Russ, which they gave up draft capital. Then they paid him $200 million to not even compete in a division. And that whole division is trying to compete with the Chiefs, and they have failed to do it.
So, Yeah, I will side with Latif on this one. I'll give it 1 and 2 just to be a little different. I'll take the Broncos one. Yeah, you got Hackett. Sorry, Hackett's like an Aaron Rodgers guy, so he's a high-powered offense, big throw, like big throwing offense, big passing offense. And you put Russell Wilson on a team with a pretty good receiving core with Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick got injured unfortunately, but KJ Hamler, good run game with Javonte Williams, pretty good O-line. It's okay. Just you're really excited. I personally was really excited to see that team. I like Russ. Thought their defense was going to be great, so I thought they were pushing maybe for a Super Bowl, but at least for a division title. That didn't happen. I'll take Tampa Bay probably as my second most disappointing team, even though they made the playoffs.
Division title.
Yeah, I mean before the
Patrick
season
Mahomes,
started,
sir. Patrick Mahomes, sir.
before the season started, I probably picked the Chiefs, but I would have given the Broncos number 2 for sure. Their team was the most complete. Their team was more at the time. Their team was more complete than the Chiefs, just based on the defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
Offensively,
I'm not gonna lie.
who
That
had
was
the
supposed to
better,
be the
who had
best
the better?
division. That was supposed to be the best division in
Yes,
NFL history.
100%, and it was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah.
The Chiefs were good. The Chargers were pretty good, and the teams sucked. Yeah, no, I look at those two teams side by side. Obviously, Mahomes a better quarterback, better receiving core, Broncos, better running back, Broncos, better O line, KC, better defense, the Broncos. You know what I mean? Like just going like piece by piece. Like I think the Broncos had a preseason. Like I was high on their team, but obviously didn't work out. 2, I picked the Bucks. I thought the fallout for Brady was not going to be this hard. They had a lot of the same pieces that took them to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Offensively, defensively, they did not lose many guys. They get Julio Jones. That you know what I mean? Like they had a pretty
Julio
fun
Jones
team to watch.
washed and hurt.
I'm just saying, but like it was a fun team to look at and be like, oh, they could do something. You know what I mean? They had Leonard Fournette. Obviously, the emergence of Ronald Jones this year. Not Ronald Jones. What's his name? What's their
Robert
backup running
Williams.
back? No, their backup running back.
Ronald Jones. They
Ronald
cut him. They
Jones.
cut him. It was that white
No,
dude.
yeah, who's the young guy? Rashad White.
Yeah,
Rashad White.
yeah.
That's the name. Rashad White. Rashad White played pretty well at the end of the season. Nice pass
What's that,
catching.
Robert Williams?
Yeah, so yeah, basketball. Kind of like a prototypical Brady running back, right? Good pass catcher, fast in the backfield, doesn't run the ball as much, a good pass catcher. Receiving core is still great, defense is still great. The only reason I give the Rams a little bit more the benefit of the doubt is like, didn't Stafford get hurt in like week 7, 8?
They
I don't know. I thought
lost a lot of their offensive line.
Cam Akers. Yeah, well, he left.
Retired.
He retired. But
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Bobby Wagner thing, everyone was supposed to love, but the defense did not hold up like it was supposed to. But Stafford went out, Cam Akers went out, Darren Henderson went out, Cooper Kupp went out. Like they dealt with injuries all year. So I give them a little more the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, nonetheless, I think the biggest dumpster fire this year was definitely Denver. I don't think it's really close.
Yeah, for sure. That was definitely.
Yeah, I wasn't really taking that into account, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Denver.
Russell
Yeah, Denver.
Wilson experiment
Especially
hasn't worked so far, but
the picks they traded too, like the amount of equity they gave up, and especially I think all eyes will be on Denver next year with Sean Payton too. You get
yeah,
a first and a second for Sean Payton, so you're trading your entire future, hoping that Sean Payton and Russell Wilson work out. So we'll see.
I mean, it should.
Hey, listen,
All right,
y'all.
We'll see.
It's
What's up?
it's time to build some agendas on this podcast. We all got our teams and players, but I think it's just time for us, as we go into this breakout player, like Jalen was going to say, like it's time for us to put our faith in a player and just build an agenda off them. So I want to know who y'all got for next season, like a player that is y'all think is going to break out and y'all going to follow for the whole season.
So
for
does
me,
it have to be younger guys, or can it be guys who
I
can
mean,
take
it
a
don't matter.
second wind
It don't
almost?
matter. It could be like somebody that's been being doubted right now, and you just, like Matthew Stafford or something like that.
Yep.
for me, it'll probably be Pacheco, bro. I really loved Pacheco, bro.
Pacheco is
Yeah,
nice, but I just feel like
he's
he
not being
is.
doubted at all. He's not being doubted at all.
No, wait. I mean, he's a 7-round
Oh,
pick,
is that yeah? First, he was a 7th round,
so he
and
definitely was doubted.
his play in the
He
playoffs
broke.
has been
He broke out this year. I'd say he was pretty.
yeah.
With Clyde Edwards-Helaire going out, he was the guy.
So let me ask you a question: is this like somebody is I know Teef said somebody who
Yeah,
has been
never mind.
doubted. I think he was just trying to
I
come up
guess
with
because
like
I
a
could say
narrative.
I could say Justin Herbert goes for like an MVP season next year. So I get what you're saying. I'm not going to, but I could say that. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Never mind. I take that back.
All right, so
Pacheco though,
I
I
could go.
think. Go ahead. My
What?
bad.
But no, but he can say if Pacheco's going to become if Pacheco's going to take that next leap to be a top
I think
10, top
Pacheco
five
is
running back.
expendable as fuck. I think a lot of people
Well,
can do what he does.
that's your opinion. Jaden's up. This is Jaden's narrative.
Right,
Okay.
right. Anyways, but if we're going with that, see, I'm from two hours. Should I say hometown or where I grew up? And
You are not from New York.
you're aware. Anywho, I'll just go with Justin Fields, bro. I feel like he's doubted a lot. People see him as a running back. There's not really a lot of weapons around him, and with having the first pick, hopefully we trade that pick, get some weapons around him. He can show his arm talent. There's times where Justin Fields throws the ball. I'm like, damn, that's a great ball, but he really has nobody to throw it to. So we often do see him have to use his legs. Yeah, and people just doubt him, calling him a running back and shit. So I'll probably go with Justin Fields.
Do you agree that with me, if I said this, that yes, Justin Fields has no weapons. Yes, his offensive line is bad. Yes, he has to use his leg a lot. Yes, the coaching is spotty, but he still has to make some. Justin Fields still has to make some improvements in reading the field and decision making.
Decision making for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
there was
Okay.
a couple games where he threw game losing picks, interceptions. He said that before. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
for
there's
sure.
definitely some decision
But
making
that
issues.
comes. I feel like that comes with time too.
Experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that comes with
experience.
time.
He needs to go. He
100%.
needs to go to whoever Jalen Hurts was with last year, to go train. To be honest,
All
but
right. But no, I got Justin Fields. I think his decision making will get better. That's just a whole experience thing. Uh, yeah,
let me
that's
let
all
me
that
hop,
is.
let me hop in next. I think like a lot of these depend on like fit and stuff. Like I think wherever DeAndre Hopkins goes, I think that could depend on where. I think dude could have a big time season next year if he goes to the right team. I think if Derek Carr goes to New Orleans, I think Chris Olave can have a crazy year. Like obviously the whole Justin Herbert narrative I love, but I think Herbert could have a great year next year if given the right pieces. But I'll pick two young guys coming
He
up.
has the right pieces.
Huh?
who?
When they're healthy, but they're never healthy.
You talking about
Manny is
Herbert?
a terrible close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Herbert does not have the right pieces at all. He needs
Thank
All
you.
right.
he needs people that can just like
Stay on the
a deep
field.
threat. He needs a deep threat, bro. And Mike
Stop.
Williams, Mike Williams is a
Respectfully,
deep threat, but like he's not fast.
He's
Like he needs someone. He did a
no
Tyreek Hill.
Mike. Okay, that's like a unicorn. I'm sorry. Mike Williams is a
Yeah.
good
What?
receiver. Mike Williams cannot stay on the field though. He's injured all the time, which is sad. He gets injured a lot.
My point.
His best. I'm just saying his best piece is Austin Eckler, good pass catching back. But to be honest, I think they need a run game. Austin Eckler does not run the football very often. He's very much a pass catching back. He gets most of his receptions off that. So,
Right.
like, I'd be curious to see what they do with the Derrick Henry on that offense. You know what I mean? Like, having an established run game and an established pass game. I don't know. I'd be curious to see that. But I'll pick two young guys for my thing. One guy I'll pick is George Pickens. A lot of people are high on Kenny Pickett next year. I don't know. I'm not as high on Kenny Pickett. Some people think like the Steelers are going to break out and stuff. I've been seeing that a lot on TikTok and social media. I'm not 100% sure on that. I just think that George Pickens showed like glimpses this year of like just being a spectacular catch machine. Um, Coming down with balls that whatever don't seem like they're out of bounds or just don't seem like they're catchable. So I'll pick George Pickens for one. I think he could have a good year. I think he's the number two with Claypool gone. So I think if Deontay Johnson kind of just takes a second, like a foot off the gas pedal for a second, I think he'll jump up there. And two, I'll pick Khalil Herbert, Bears running back. Dave Montgomery, we don't know what's going to happen with him as far as free agency. He's a free agent. There's been rumors that he wants to stay, rumors that there was people saw him crying with Justin Fields outside of the facility. So it's like people don't know if he's staying or going. But regardless, I think Monty's role will decrease. When Monty was out this year, Khalil played really well. Got injured again at the end of the year, which sucks. But I think bolstering offensive line this year. Khalil Herbert, I see more as a pass catching back than I do David Montgomery. So being able to use Khalil Herbert with Jalen Hurts, create some sort of option scheme,
Justin Fields.
with a better O line, I'll be a lot more interested to see what he does. I think the Bears could still draft the running back, but I'm going to be very high on Khalil Herbert next year. Yeah, I think the dude's got the potential.
For my breakout player, I think it's going to be. I gave some little thought. First, I was going to say Jamison Williams, but I'm gonna go with Jahan Dotson. I think Jahan Dotson is going to be a very good wide receiver in this league.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a quick question? Can I ask a quick
but
question? Excuse me. Are you thinking that the Redskins, sorry, the football team, the Commanders are going to trade another receiver, or you think he could still break out
no,
with
him and Terry
the?
McLaurin could work very well. Side,
But who they have Curtis Samuel and
they
someone else
might
there
they
too.
might cut him or trade him. He sucks.
That
They don't need him.
he did not suck this year. I'm not gonna lie. He was pretty good at the end of the year. Anyways,
Jahan Dotson is going to break out next year and be one of top 10. No, my bad. Hold on. Let me go stop. Let me stop. That was kind of crazy. Jahan Dotson is going to break out next year and be a top 15 wide receiver. I'm locking it in right now. He has very special talent. He got injured this year, but it depends on his quarterback as well. But I don't know. They may go with Sam Howell. How I heard that. I've been hearing that from Ron Rivera. Heard that. I saw that that quote he said on Twitter. But I don't know. I see a lot of potential in his game. He's very good in the red zone. He scored a lot of touchdowns in the limited time he played this year. He will get one-on-one matchups because he has Terry McLaurin on the other side. So I think Jahan Dotson could potentially be like a top 15 wide receiver next season. So that's my pick for sure. Yeah, it just depends on who the quarterback is in Washington. Because Carson Wentz is not gonna get it done. Not at all.
that's the issue. That's the issue with some of these young guys is because it depends on the situation. You know what I mean? Like teams like Buffalo,
No, he was hooping
teams
though.
like
Before he got
I'm
injured.
just saying. I'm just saying. Teams like Buffalo, teams like Kansas City, their offense won't change that much. You know what I mean? Like their offenses will stay pretty consistent. But teams like New Orleans, teams like Chicago, teams like Washington, you know what I mean? Like those offenses are bound to change, right? Will a new quarterback come in? Will a new receiver come in? You know what I mean? Like those teams are bound to change. So it's kind of like if John Dotson gets the right quarterback, sure, you know what I mean. But there's like a good chance that they could run back with Taylor Heineke or Sam Howell next year. So,
Carson Wentz is signed to 2024, bro.
yeah, it's the Colts contract, I think. Just pass on them.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's messed up.
All right, so now we're going into the next topic. We're going to be talking about our top 10 QBs going into next season. Now, I know we did just make our top 5 list, but that was just like as of right now, how we feel right now. Of course, there's going to be some moves in the off season. We already see some stuff getting moved around right now. But yeah, what we're talking about is the top 10 QBs going into next season. So keep in mind, this is all about next season. So,
Projections.
I want to stress, projections. So I want to stress that. I want that point to be known. This is next season. We're not talking about right now, currently.
Yeah, so we're saying like at the end of next season, who we think the top 5 quarterbacks will be,
or just going into the next season, right?
Yeah, just going into next season.
Because I was gonna say projection wise, like fine.
Okay,
all right.
Y'all want to start this? Obviously, we already know number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. That's
Patrick
universally
Mahomes,
known.
Obviously,
universally known.
I don't think anybody will have a problem with that. I really, to be honest, if you have somebody, if you have damn,
there's no question that Mahomes is not is one. There's no question Mahomes is one.
If you try to have somebody else at one, you're just trying to be different and literally just stop.
2 is Burrow, and I don't know why you it's not a conversation. I don't think it's a conversation either. He clearly showed he's the second best quarterback in the league in this playoffs. He beat Josh Allen, who was previously the second best quarterback in people's eyes, and he had a better regular season than Josh Allen in general.
Respect. Joe Burrow was not even the second best quarterback in the playoffs.
Was he the second best quarterback in the regular season? Yes or no?
If Jalen Hurts doesn't get injured, no.
Bro, true.
Jalen
Hurts was having a crazy year.
Stop it. We can't act like this is my thing. So,
listen, bro. Listen.
We keep
Joe Burrow was the second best quarterback in the league in the regular season. Not Jalen Hurts.
We can't keep having this conversation when this is my thing. I'm not trying to compare the whole Patrick Mahomes like we did, but when Jalen Hurts does something good, it's because his team is good. When Patrick Mahomes does something good, it's because he's the only good team that ever touched a Kansas City Chiefs uniform. Like we can't be that inconsistent. Like we have to be a little more consistent. We have to be a little more giving that Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback and has a good mind for football. Exactly. He can run the football. He's a dual threat quarterback. Like we have to talk about it. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like the thing. It's kind of like the thing with LeBron, bro. Like you get mad when people say we like make his longevity a negativity, a negative. No, bro. Of course he has a good team around him, bro. But the things that he's doing is.
Okay, let me listen. I'm gonna think about this for a minute.
LeBron can play both sides. LeBron plays offense and defense. Pat Mahomes only plays offense. He does not play defense too. So I'm just saying, like, wins and losses, I get Mahomes is a great quarterback, but like the defense has their own. We talked about this. They were like top 10 in turnovers. You said they were bottom 5, bottom 10.
I don't want to go back into the Super Bowl debate because first of all,
I'm just saying, like, that's cool.
Jalen Hurts
No,
and
we're
Patrick
not
Mahomes.
going to.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but
We're not going
Jalen Hurts and Mahomes played two different levels of defenses on Sunday. But that's besides the point, and that's a fact. That's literally a fact.
But that's the thing. Like,
did they not play?
The Chiefs turned it up.
But this is my thing. You're not giving
they play
any credit.
two different levels of defense.
No. Latif, you're not giving any credit to the Chiefs O-line. It's all Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs O-line was phenomenal. They shut down a defense that was great all year.
That's very
They shut
true.
that down. You're giving no credit to the O-line.
I feel like.
Do you think that's due to the field though?
The field definitely has something to do with it, and one a lot of the sacks that the reason, a lot of part of the reason that it was no sacks on Sunday was because Patrick Mahomes was elite in that pocket, and he was elite with his escapability. So he escaped a lot of sacks, threw the ball away a lot of times, and completed the pass under the rest a lot of times. So that's why it wasn't sacks, because he doesn't take sacks. He's Patrick Mahomes. Anyways, but I'm not even trying to dwell on that point.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
You just give no credit to anybody else on the team. You give no credit to anybody else on the team.
It's obviously not a one-man show, but Patrick Mahomes was the reason they won that Super Bowl. He was the reason.
This should be better for the episode. I
don't
know why I didn't turn this on.
I was thinking about this all day, bro. I was thinking about this all day since we talked last night. We was arguing the other day, Max. Jalen Hurts, before this season, he was like a 15. He was like the 15th best quarterback in the league before this season. So we're moving him from 15 to 2 off of one season. All right, what are we doing? Like he had a great season.
You're calling Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback of all time after 5 seasons.
That's a great point.
No. I said he's better than Peyton Manning. Is what I said. He's number 3 right now.
You have come on this podcast.
I've said he's the best player. He's the best
quarterback
player
of all time.
You're talking about accolades. Of course, he's not gonna have the accolades as Tom Brady or Joe Montana because he just started. But we're talking about player, like pound for pound, starter franchise. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes over everybody. But we're not gonna get to that. We can talk about that for a whole hour, bro. But what I'm saying is, Jalen Hurts started this season at 15. He had an amazing season. I feel like a lot of that amazing season was due in part to having A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith as 2 number 1 wide receivers on his team. He had the best offensive line in football. He did. He had an elite running game. He had a good offensive coordinator. Now listen, after the Super Bowl, he's lost his OC and his DC. So let's see how it's another prove year for Jalen Hurts next year. You did it 1 year. You had an amazing year. You got the Super Bowl. You played great. Let's see you do it again. Because Patrick Mahomes has done it again. Joe Burrow has done it 2 years. So I want to see him do it. I want to see him
again. So that's what I'm saying though. If you're saying 1 year is crazy, I agree. I think 2 years is crazy. Like I'm just saying, like the whole thing. 2 years, 1 and 2 years. I get it. It's not that much of a difference. So how is Joe Burrow's?
Because actually Joe Burrow when Joe Burrow in his rookie year was having one of the best rookie years in history before he got injured. He was having a great rookie year. He got injured. So in his 3 years career, Joe Burrow has shown everything. Like he's been good this whole entire career.
Where was Joe Burrow at the end of last year?
In a Super Bowl.
Where would you have ranked him?
5. Like 5 or 6
before the season.
5 or 6.
So hold on, let's just go through this, okay? Joe Burrow in his first year plays, looks okay, gets injured. Next year goes to Super Bowl, we have him ranked 5. So we're jumping probably from 15 to 5. Then last year, Jalen Hurts didn't play. At the end of the season, played the last 5, 6, 7 games. Looked pretty good. Ranked about 15, makes it to the Super Bowl. Now he's top 5. The same exact narrative.
I wouldn't say 2. I have him at 6. Like that's fair. 15 to 6. Like I have him at 15. And then it's 2 different
top 5.
And then it's 2 different situations because with Joe Burrow, yes, he has that elite
Joe Burrow's receiving room is better than
you. I'm about to say that. He has an elite offensive weapons room. But his offensive line was very detrimental to his success. Like that offense, he had no time to throw the ball. No,
they were injured this year.
I'm talking about the year he went to the Super Bowl, and his offensive line was terrible. And this year, their offensive line, they spent money on the offensive line, but they was not that good. They were still
injured. They were still injured throughout the year.
No, when they played, they weren't that good either. Like Lionel Collins is not that good. He's not that good. They gave him a lot of money. He's not that good.
Okay, so cool, fine. The Bengals defense gets severely disrespected. They have a good defense.
They got good this year. Yes.
Joe Mixon is a much better running back than Miles Sanders.
No, he's not. He's not.
Yes, stop.
No, he's not.
Stop.
No,
I will give you that. The O line.
Joe Mixon is overrated. Joe Mixon is overrated.
Good running back. Miles Sanders is a good running back because of that O line.
Okay.
I'm sorry. He's a touchdown merchant. We've been over this. He's a touchdown merchant. So I agree that O line's good. It's better. 100%. Huh?
Kenneth Gainwell.
Did you just say Kenneth?
Bro, they have a good running back group. Yes or no?
All right, let's go to the next topic. Let's go to the next topic.
No, bro, no.
Kenneth Gainwell is
finish.
What's he talking about?
All right.
Oh no,
Joe Mixon and Kenneth Gainwell.
No, bro, I said they have.
Gainwell
I wasn't comparing Joe Mixon to Kenneth Gainwell. I'm saying they have a good.
You might as well
running
throw
back
Boston,
room, bro.
You might as well throw Boston Scott in there.
They have a good running back room.
Samaj AP Ryan.
That's a part of their running back room,
Samaj AP Ryan. When Joe Mixon was injured, Samaj AP Ryan balled out.
He did. Yes, he did.
The offensively, I'm just saying, there are two teams. I get it. I think the only drastic difference is that O line. That O line of the Chiefs or the O line of Philly is very good, but
right, that's a very big difference.
In other categories, I think,
It's a very big difference.
The receiving room is a very big difference.
You think this? You think so?
I think the receiving room is a very big difference. Who's better, Jamar Chase or AJ Brown?
It's close, but Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, AJ Brown. Jamar Chase. Who's better, T. Higgins or Devontae Smith?
It's close, but T. Higgins.
Don't fit your narrative.
I just said T. Higgins. Okay.
Tyler Boyd, or anybody else on their roster.
Yeah, it's Tyler Boyd.
Their receiving room is better.
I said that.
I would say. So this is I don't know if I'd say that far, but I think T. Higgins better. I think Jamar Chase is better. I like Devontae Smith a lot. His size scares,
put context to it. In a weaker division, in the NFC, in a weaker division. I mean, not weaker division, weaker conference. My bad. Weaker conference in the NFC. No, we still talking about this.
Joe Burrow's conference is dog shit.
The AFC is not dog shit. It's better than NFC.
They played Tyler Huntley twice this year. They played Jacoby Brissett in the Browns, and you played Kenny Pickett.
That's division. I'm talking about
I'm just saying, let's talk about division. You play those teams 8 times. The best division in football this year was arguably the NFC East. So you have 8 games against the best division in football. They had 8 games against one of the worst divisions of football. I understand. Trust me. I get it. The Eagles have a great team, right? Great team, great surrounding thing. They play the Cowboys, who have a great defense. They played the Giants, who had a great defense. The Commanders, whatever. But they lost the Commanders. So obviously they were good enough. I'm just saying, like, the teams, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't get I get it. It's a great team. But I feel like you're just not crediting Hurts at all. And you're saying, like, oh, he had a good year. But, like, the narratives-wise of Burrow and Hurts are similar. They had a promising first year. Then they make it to the Super Bowl next year. Arguably, I mean, you can talk about penalties or whatever. Like, Jalen Hurts had a better chance to win than Burrow.
Bro, you know what I mean? My whole point is that Jalen Hurts is not 2. He's not 2.
I don't have him 2. No one has him. No
Y'all said he was the second best quarterback this year, and I don't agree with that. I think Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback.
No. Stop it. I said this year, healthy wise, yes. Going into next year, I don't have him 2.
I don't agree about predictions for next year. This year wasn't the second best quarterback.
I think he might be the second best quarterback. Just based off what he did in the playoffs. He was better than Burrow in the playoffs by far. You could say whoever he played, he was better than Burrow. He was better than Burrow in the playoffs.
He wasn't good into the Super Bowl. He wasn't good to the Super Bowl.
I mean, they blew out the Giants. They blew out the Niners.
But he wasn't good in those games. I'm saying, like, he was okay. But Joe Burrow was okay against Ravens. He was good against he was great against Buffalo. And then he was good against the Chiefs, I would say, to the end. But
I don't know about great against Buffalo. That was a very low passing game. It was a very low passing game.
He was cooking them. Like, he was very efficient. Very, very efficient.
I mean, so this is my thing. So we talked about this. Burrow is efficient against in your words, bad defense for Buffalo. Hurts is efficient.
Bad defensive line. Bad defensive line.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. You said Hurts is, but when Hurts plays, in your opinion, bad defense, I'm not hating on the Chiefs' defense. When Hurts plays a bad defense, he's not efficient. He's not anything. He just gets carried by his offense. But when Burrow
played an amazing
defense,
game.
He's efficient.
All right, bro. All right.
Wait,
Kinda
Jay,
went down.
don't
Anyway,
Jay, answer the question.
let's
Is the Chiefs defense better? Yes or no?
Then who?
No, I
better
said
what?
they bad. Are they bad? The Chiefs defense is bad.
I wouldn't say they're bad.
I wouldn't say they're bad. I said they're mid. They're average.
Hey, the fact of the
You
matter
have-
is Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts played two different levels of defenses on Sunday. Two different levels. But
regardless,
Joe Burrow, are we all in agreement that Joe Burrow is too? Like, can we get in agreement?
no, we
Because I
talked
don't know
about
where you're getting the
this.
Justin Herbert thing from, bro.
I'm
Like,
putting Herbert too.
I
We're
put Joe
talking,
Burrow in too.
we're talking about predictions for next year. We're talking about predictions for next year. I think Herbert will take a step up. I'll take Herbert too.
Exactly. So Max's point is justified.
Okay,
Because we're
so
talking about next year.
what points you to prove that Justin Herbert's going to take a step up next year because he's probably going to lose Keenan Allen. They're going to have to cut him. They're really, really over the cap. They're really, really over the cap, like bad. Like they overpaid a lot. They put the people, J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack. They're really, really over the cap. They had to pay Justin Herbert this year.
They're probably gonna cut Khalil Mack. I've heard rumors about they're gonna cut Khalil Mack. People be saying that on Twitter way too much. That's crazy. I know. That's
Khalil
wild.
Mack. They got to cut somebody.
That's a lot of
think
money.
it's probably gonna be Keenan Allen though, because
Yeah,
I'm choosing
He
between Keenan Allen and Khalil Mack. I'm choosing Keenan Allen. So
yeah. I'm just saying. I could see them getting
To cut or
Jackson.
to keep?
the cut. I'm choosing Keenan Allen.
Look,
I think- I think
we didn't really.
What?
You kind of make the move on.
No, we bro, listen. Third is
Yeah.
Who you got? I got Josh Allen for sure. Josh Allen is the third best quarterback in the league. So
but
do you have Joe Burrow
For
at
next
4?
year.
Yeah, for
I
next
don't
year.
know. That's my thing. I feel like Josh Allen's gonna have a crazy year next year. I think he's gonna be pissed off from this year. He's gonna go off next year.
I got Pat Mahomes 1, Joe Burrow 2, Josh Allen 3. I'll have Justin Herbert 4,
Yeah, me and
Who's
Jay
your
are in
five?
agreement as far as right
and
now.
then I have Trevor Lawrence 5.
Trevor
No.
Lawrence 5.
I'll probably have Jalen Hurts 5.
The Jalen Hurts, it's
Trevor
Jalen Hurts,
Lawrence
Trevor
6.
Lawrence. Jalen Hurts and Trevor Lawrence are fighting for that 5 spot for me.
Did we not just say Lamar? Like, you don't think Lamar, as far as next season, you don't think Lamar is going to be in there?
I'm a little worried about the injury.
top
And
five?
I'm a little worried about the injury, and I'm a little worried about what situation he goes to. I don't know.
I have Lamar behind. They're interchangeable, but yeah.
Is that fair?
I have
that
Lamar
top,
right after that.
Is it fair that top 7 is guaranteed in no order? Burrow, Mahomes, Herbert, Allen, Hurts, Jackson, and Trevor Lawrence. Is that fair? That top 7 is guaranteed.
Yeah, I said so.
That's everyone's top 7. So let's not worry about ranking them. Who's 8?
I would. Ooh, shit.
Aaron Rodgers.
I would say Aaron Rodgers, but then Aaron Rodgers looked crazy this year. Like he looked crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we won't see a lot of him because he's injured. I might go Kyler Murray with the new offense. I might go Kyler
Kyler Murray is not better than Aaron Rodgers. He would never be in his entire life.
Kyler Murray peaked.
For
I
sure.
might go Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray
think-
is not better
I
than Aaron
think-
Rodgers. He would never be
I
in his
think-
life.
I think Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers, and how much you guys believe in Russ?
Not at all.
Was Sean Payton on?
I don't believe in
How
him
much
at
you guys
all.
believe in Russ?
I don't believe in
Not
him.
at all.
Nah.
I feel like
Who
Russ
would you
will be
rather
French
have?
top 10.
I'm good on twin.
Would you rather have Russell Wilson or Dak Prescott on your team next year? Russell Wilson or Dak Prescott on your team next year?
Russell Wilson.
Dak Prescott.
Dak is ass. Dak is
I'll
ass.
take
Oh my
I'll take
God.
Russell. I'll take Russ.
I'm respectfully
I'll
taking
take-
Russ.
I'll take Russ.
Bro, if we talking about Dak was ass, Russ was even more ass than Dak this year. Like, what are you talking about? Dak was better than
Okay,
Russ.
But Russ had Hackett. I think if Dak Prescott had Hackett, he'd be playing high school football right now.
Bro,
I don't think it's close.
I guess. I mean, Sean Payton is a great coach. He's a great coach, but
I'm curious to see that. I'm not
Russ
sold
looks
on
shitty.
the-
Russ like ass.
No, Russ did look bad.
Because Hackett, he looked okay at the end of the year
So
without
you still
Hackett.
think Russell Wilson the top 10 quarterback? Because I probably can name like 50 people better than Russell Wilson right now.
I agree. I
French
think I'm with
top-
Jaden. He's
We're
French.
talking about next
I think he's
year.
French. I think he's top half. I'll give him top half of the league next year. I think he goes back top half of the league. I don't know how good, top half of the league.
All right, so do you have him at
There's
8 or 9?
There's some shitty. Neither.
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Oh, you got
I
him at
said
10?
top. I said top half. No,
Oh wait,
Fringe.
I
11,
said
12,
fringe.
13.
Yeah,
Okay,
fringe.
so
I
my
have
bad.
him
I
top
wasn't listening.
16. Top
Who,
16. I probably put him top 16.
oh, that's not saying much. Wait,
Yeah.
so 8 we got Aaron Rodgers, and you said
That really isn't saying much at all.
yeah. So
Justin Fields will have a better year than Aaron Rodgers next year.
no, he would not.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
No, he would not have no better year than Aaron Rodgers next year, bro. Calm down.
Aaron Rodgers is gonna go play for the Toronto Argonauts in the CFL.
Wait, so 8 is Rodgers, but Max said Murray for some reason, and then 9
What about Gino, Tua, Jared Goff? Where they at?
Tua, fuck no. I'm sorry.
Tua gonna be good next
It's
year.
so
Tua
sad.
gonna be good next year.
No, it's so sad. I think Tua.
No.
Tua, you got to put your health into that.
Hey,
Tua
Tua might be a top 10 quarterback next year for sure.
I think
Tua looked good before all the other shit was happening.
When we were talking about breakout stars, I think next year, hot take, Jalen Waddle might overtake Tyreek as number one receiver. I don't know. I think teams might start trying to double and try and fit more schemes to fit Jalen or to get Tyreek, and I think Jalen Waddle might be maybe not the top receiver on that team, but the gap will be significantly closer.
I don't have Tua. I don't have Tua.
I like Jalen Waddle. I like Jalen Waddle a lot, but yeah, I don't think
Aaron
Tua's that
Rodgers.
high.
He's getting up. He's getting up there, and like just his whole attitude this year, it was kind of shitty to watch.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Aaron Rodgers.
He goes to the Jets. He can be top 10.
But Aaron Rodgers seems like the kind of guy just to like retire mid-season just because he doesn't feel like it anymore.
Yeah,
not too much on Twin.
All right, can you stop doing that?
Yeah, that was pretty cringy.
All right, and besides Randall Cobb's old ass, I mean, the whole like receiver core was young, very, very young. I think that's the same situation with the Jets, is it not?
Corey Davis.
It's different because they have Garrett Wilson.
Corey Davis is a vet. Stop. Christian Watson was decent.
Christian Watson emerged.
He had some drop issues. I agree at the early part of the year, but I mean, he had that 5-game stretch where he was on crack. He was crazy.
He ain't fucking with Garrett Wilson.
I don't know. I couldn't play with Aaron Rodgers. You talk to me like that.
I agree.
He can talk to me however he wants to. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just saying.
Moving on. Yeah, you're weird.
Yeah, that was wild.
That will get TikTok. All right. Going into the next segment, big deal or no big deal. I kind of want to, you know what I'm saying, get this shit on the road. So just tell me if it's big deal or no big deal. I feel like this is all pretty obvious. Eagles lose both offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Big deal or no big deal?
Big deal.
It's a big deal.
Watch.
Hey, listen. So it's gonna be another prove year. I'm trying to tell you.
No. I agree. I think it's gonna be a big testament to their defense and to their offense. It's gonna be a big year for Sirianni. I think more Sirianni than Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts will be under the microscope for sure. But Sirianni's gonna have to bring in two guys. Is it just completely systems? Is he gonna be able to pull it together? Like, I don't know. Philly. If you don't perform in Philly, you get kicked out pretty quick. So, do I think he's gonna be fired? No. If they have a terrible year, do I think he's fired? Yes. I don't think Hurts is gone that fast. But yeah, I do agree. I think it's a big deal. It's going to be a big testament to if we're right or wrong about Jalen Hurts. I think they just have a tough offseason. They lost OCDC, and they have so many free agents people to talk about.
They're going to lose
right?
a lot.
You have Bradbury, you have Javon Hargrave, you have Miles Sanders, just a bunch of people who you are very, very much like big parts of your team this year. That Fletcher Cox, I think a little more expendable. He's just more of a Philly guy. But yeah, I think a lot of those guys could be saying goodbye to the Eagles, and they're gonna have to rebuild.
Bro,
not completely, but retool.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a very big deal. Because like losing your OC and your DC is crazy, and also they're gonna lose some free agents. But maybe they can follow the cheap blueprint and rebuild the draft. So if they do that, they'll be all right. But yeah, so that's a big deal, Jayden. Go ahead.
Is it Nick Wright who was like the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in the rebuilding year?
They really did though. They played like 6 rookies on defense, bro. They played 6 rookies on defense. They traded the best. They traded a top 3 receiver in the league and won a Super Bowl. They got better. They scored more points this year.
Like, yeah, I don't know how the offense gets better when you lose Tyreek.
I know how.
And who's somebody who's a dynamic part of the offense. Yeah, you gonna meet right Pat Mahomes, but literally,
I know how
it's
you
literally
get
kind of
better.
unheard of.
You get the goat.
Really, anyways, Tyreek Hill is like an X factor, taking out away from your offense, really being able to you can
Was he
literally
though?
plug Tyreek Hill anywhere.
Was he?
He
Was he really
was.
X
Well,
Factor? Was he? Because I can tell.
right,
Where they,
anyhow,
where they won a Super Bowl this year, I can tell. Nigga look pretty
right,
similar to
right,
me.
right, right. No, so big deal or no big deal, Eric B still doesn't have a head coaching job.
Bro,
Was he? He's a coordinator.
yeah, OC.
I don't know if it's anything like Matt Nagy, that's what happened last time.
Oh my
I don't
god.
know, man. That's scary. I
Bro,
think he'll get a job. I think he'll get a job somewhere. Who's got slots still open? Who's got slots still open?
I don't think anybody
Yeah,
does.
Matt Nagy doesn't need a head coaching position ever again. But
I'm
he's
no,
a
no,
good
no.
coordinator.
I'm just saying though. Like that's what happened last time. Is everyone thinks it's the offensive guru who leaves and whatever. I got higher hopes with
Yeah.
Bieniemy. He's been under Andy Reid longer.
Andy Reid literally says he called the plays. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
agree.
I
Andy
don't know if
Reid.
if he's
Andy.
capping, but like
No,
Didn't Andy Reid say that?
he gave so much credit to that second half turnaround being on Bieniemy. He gave him so much credit.
Am I tweaking or
So
didn't he? Oh, okay.
bro, I don't know.
what's up?
It's a big deal because I don't know what they want Airbnb to do. He won 2 Super Bowls in the last 6 years. I don't know what they want him to do. Like he
He
called the
won.
play, huh?
He won. He won them.
Yeah, bro.
That's interesting.
He's a Chiefs offensive coordinator, so he won. He has 2 Super Bowls.
I was just surprised you didn't say that Mahomes won. I'm sorry.
No, I said he has He has won 2 Super Bowls in the last 6 years. He has won it.
Yeah,
Yes. So
yeah,
has Travis
he won
Kelsey.
them.
So
But
has Chris Jones.
just
Like
ma-
all of them.
I'm just making sure you didn't mess up your words. Just making sure.
Anyways,
I kind of want to speed through these a little bit. Just get to the 2020 redraft, 2022 redraft. Derek Carr release. How do you guys feel about that?
Huge deal. Huge
big
deal.
deal.
Huge
Big
deal.
deal.
Someone gets a good quarterback.
Yeah,
And
all right.
where would you like to see Derek Carr?
Yeah, all right. I would like to see him probably go to
Hmm?
like the Saints or the Bucks. A little
Where everybody's projecting him to go Saints.
San Francisco or Tampa Bay.
Ooh, he would do some shit with San Fran. I feel like you kind of have to see how Trey Lance
if Derek Carr
plays out though.
if Derek Carr hypothetically went to San Francisco, are they winning the championship?
Yeah, I would say so.
I think they had a better chance than they would this year.
I don't know. I just feel like you had a good quarterback this year. They could probably win the championship, but it's like this Derek Carr still at the end of the day. Like, come on, bro.
But Garrett Carr or Brock Purdy.
Derek Carr.
Stop.
Derek Carr.
No, please, thank
Derek
you.
Carr, cool.
Don't say that shit. That was weird.
Cool.
No,
that
Derek
was so
Carr.
weird. That was so weird. You just go,
bro. Brock Purdy ball out.
We're a Brock Purdy
Brock
podcast.
Purdy did ball out.
We're a Brock Purdy podcast.
I was watching I Am Athlete,
Derek Carr's better.
and like Deebo Samuel said, bro, like there's not much that the quarterback has to do in their like offensive scheme, bro. There's really not much.
Well,
I feel
Deebo,
like you could plug.
Did you see what Deebo said about exposing the holes on their team, and then like basically predicted the right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see that?
Wait, you talking about the Eagles?
Yeah, do you guys see that? Like basically, he said if you could block them on the O line, he talked about Slay and Bradbury. He said he respects Slay, does not respect but he said Bradbury is trash. He said,
that was kind of wild for him to say that.
I mean, he was kind of right. Like,
yeah, he kind of
like passing wise, Mahomes was able to do whatever he wanted once they blocked the line. So, like once you shut down that D line, once you shut down that front seven, you can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't say it's wrong. He made great passes. He moved the pocket great, but the O line gave him time.
I would have to disagree. I would have to disagree with him.
I think Derek Carr with the Niners would be pretty dangerous. Reason being, like Deebo Samuel said, there's not really much that the quarterback has to do in that offense. There's really not much. You have a lot of weapons surrounding them. Also, they have a well-oiled machine around the quarterback. As long as you have somebody who's competent. Nobody expected Brock Purdy to be competent. I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Irrelevant, and then he comes in.
Yeah.
How many? Yeah, so
he went like 11 straight, 8 straight, 11 straight, something like that.
Yeah, some crazy shit like that. So you plug in Derek Carr, who has been to the playoffs multiple times, who has more experience in general than Brock Purdy. I believe if you plug him in, then Niners definitely make some noise.
I don't know, Jay.
If Brock Purdy didn't get hurt,
No, they would still
is it
lost.
possible they go
They
to
would
the Super
still
Bowl?
no, they would have still lost.
All right.
I just feel like I can never see Derek Carr hosting up a Lombardi trophy in my life. Like my eyes can never see that. Like how would that even be possible? Like
I agree. It'd be
think
kind
it's
of great sense too.
like what?
no. I think literally.
Oh, so Jaden, you can compare that to like Matthew Stafford going to the Rams, but he's not on the same level as Matthew Stafford. You still need a good quarterback. You still need a good quarterback, bro.
I still think that's different. And Matthew Stafford is really him. Matthew Stafford is really him, bro.
That's what I'm saying, though.
That's
my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like,
Okay.
I don't think that he would win the Super Bowl with the 49ers. I don't think so.
All right, that's fair. All right, going into the 2022 redraft, like I said, these are my favorite to do. So, well, you're gonna bring up the will to you?
Oh no, we're gonna have to like do something different because we are now on Riverside and I've not prepared that. I forgot, my bad, y'all. So what y'all wanna do? Like, okay, let's pick a number.
1 through 3.
Yeah.
Damn, that was really essential. I didn't even think about that.
You talking about spinner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Random number generator. Random number generator. 1 through 3.
I'm gonna ask Siri. I'm gonna ask 1 through 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So then one was good.
All right,
First try.
I'm picking 2. What I got?
Jaden, you pick your number. I'll take the last one.
1.
Give me 3.
Hey Siri, pick a number.
Say 1.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 through 3.
I mean 2.
What the fuck? Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 3. What was 3? First number.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Easiest pick of my life.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 2.
Of course, I'm gonna get the last pick.
That was 1.
All right, cool.
All right. So with the easiest pick of my entire life, are we doing snake?
No.
Snake draft, or are we just going in order?
Regular. And we're gonna do 12 since 3 of us, and as you know, announce it properly, please.
Mm-hmm. All right. No question. With the first pick in the 2022 redraft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Sauce Gardner.
Very good pick.
It's a good pick. I feel like that's like
it's the only lock.
Pretty universal.
It's the only lock. It's the only lock.
All right.
Sauce is one.
With the number 2 pick in the 2022 redraft, the Detroit Lions are still going with Aiden Hutchinson.
I think I would have took Kayvon Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau is better than Aiden Hutchinson.
You literally said
I know. I thought about that.
Okay.
Kayvon Thibodeau is better than Aiden Hutchinson. I would have took him.
So you're going with Thibodeau 3?
A dog.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I don't think Houston should have corner. I don't think Houston should have took corner. So with the 3rd overall pick in the draft, I'm going to take Kayvon Thibodeau at 3.
All right.
So you got to take corner next.
Yeah, let me make sure I'm picking the person I want.
I was thinking about that, bro. Like Kayvon really better than Aiden Hutchinson for real.
I don't know. Every redraft I'm seeing disagrees with me here, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm still taking it with the 4th overall pick. My fault. The New York Jets select Tariq Woolen, cornerback.
That's a good pick.
I like
Tariq.
Tariq
over Stingley.
I like him over Stingley. Stingley got injured, I know, but Tariq's fast. He's tall. Anchor my defense.
All right. For the 5th pick in 2022 redraft, New York Giants take or select Garrett Wilson.
Giving Daniel Jones a receiver. That's tough, Jaden. I fuck with that.
I was gonna do that anyways at 7. So that's a good pick.
6. Let's see. Akunu dude was tough this year. He was really good.
I don't know. You compared J.C. Horn with Derek Stingley.
Nah. I don't think Derek Stingley should with the high. With the 6th pick in the redraft, I'm going to take it. Hold on, I gotta read it. I don't know.
Ikem Ekwonu.
Ikem
Ekwonu.
With the 6 picks with the 6th pick in the NFL Redraft, I'm gonna take Ikem Ekwonu. I'm gonna stick with the original pick.
With the 7th pick, the New York Giants select Charles Cross, tackle from Mississippi State.
Evan knows gonna be very good in year 2. Watch.
That's fine. I think Charles Cross was better this year. Geno Smith was had time in the pocket. That Seattle front 7 was not supposed to be good, and they were pretty good this year.
Am I crazy for taking Drake London still?
I don't think he's the best receiver on the board.
You would pick Chris Olave?
Maybe, or somebody else potentially too.
Jahan Dawson.
Or maybe somebody else too.
Jameson Williams.
Or maybe somebody else too.
I don't know who you talking about.
Yeah. George Pickens. You talking about George Pickens?
Low key though. Low key. I don't know. I don't know. This was really good. This class is really good for receivers.
Insane.
Yeah. All right, just to be a dickhead. With the 8th pick in the 2022 redraft, Atlanta Falcons pick Drake. No. Garrett. No.
You gotta redo it, bro.
George Pickens.
You gotta redo it. Redo it.
All right, yeah. Cool. The 8th pick in that. Look, the 8th pick in the 2022 redraft, the Atlanta Falcons pick George Pickens. Fuck you, Max.
Is it your pick, 9?
Thank you for taking him. I appreciate that. No, it's you. Thank you for respecting George Pickens. I appreciate that.
At 9, with the 9th pick overall, and okay, there I got.
Oh, shoot, I am 10.
With the 9th pick in the NFL, with the 9th pick in the NFL redraft, I'm gonna take Dang it, that was bad. With the 9th pick in the NFL redraft, I'm gonna take Evan Neal.
Okay, I picked for the Jets at 4. I picked Tariq Woolen, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't get Garrett Wilson in this draft, so I think I'll go receiver. As far as best receiver on the board, are we still hoping that Zach Wilson's going to pan out, or we know he's shit at this point in time?
No, we don't know he's shit.
We know he's shit. He's shit.
No. But like I'm saying,
we have to.
2 years.
We're on 2022.
2 terrible years.
We're on 2022 draft night. You know what I mean? We don't know that he's shit yet, right? Yes, we don't know he's shit yet.
No, but we're
doing this in hindsight.
We're taking it. Yeah,
in hindsight. Okay. So regardless,
they still need a receiver.
Yeah, no, I don't know which one to pick from. I like both receivers a lot. Give me Chris Olave at the 10th overall pick. The New York Jets select Chris Olave. Him and Jameson Williams really fighting.
We got 11. New Orleans. New Orleans would be amazing with Cal Hamilton.
Why would just give him a pick?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wait, so you already got Tariq Woolen. Was it crazy to get Trent McDuffie?
I mean, Derek Stingley's on the board.
What McDuffie?
Yes, Trent McDuffie's a good corner.
Yes.
Trent McDuffie's a good cornerback.
Yes.
Derek Stingley's on the board though. Just letting you know.
Fuck it. I will go with Trent McDuffie. Fuck it. Let's get some controversy. 11th pick in the 2022 redraft. New Orleans Saints select Trent McDuffie. Fight me.
That was a fucking terrible pick.
Would include to fight me if no, it's only you only go.
There's one big issue. There's one big issue on this. One big issue on this team, man. One big issue on the Lions team.
I was gonna take Kyle Hamilton. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fine. I thought it was between Kyle Hamilton and Jordan Davis.
Nah.
Jordan Davis.
My blicky.
Jordan Davis gonna play 3 downs
upon the dresser.
I'm just saying, you put Jordan Davis and Aiden Hutchinson in that same front 7. That's gross.
With the 12th pick,
18.
With the 12th pick in the 2022 redraft, I'm gonna take Kyle Hamilton.
Fair.
Right.
All right.
That wrap up the podcast, man. Man, what can I say? This was an all NFL episode. A little burnt out, I will not lie. Kind of need some food in my system, man. Just been busy all day. So we started what, like 10 something? No, 9 something. 9:30 ish.
Yeah, it's 10:40 right now.
Yeah, 9:30 ish. So a little tired. I've been working all day. That's kind of why, we pushed it back. I think we were supposed to record at 8:15, but had to do some work.
Oh, that's what you was doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm a little bit tired, but I'm glad to always do the podcast with my boys.
You was working, right? That's how we recorded late.
All right, nigga, we get it.
Okay.
I love doing this podcast with my guys, man. Actually, I want to say follow us on Twitter. I believe Twitter is a great place to interact with you guys, and it's a great place to get our podcast out there. If you guys didn't know, right now I have a whopping 7 followers on Twitter. So if we could get that a little bit higher on YouTube, and I don't think it's possible for Spotify, but on YouTube, I'm going to put our handles in the bio or something like that. But yeah, it's been a great episode. Yeah, not really too much to say. We'll have we'll have Zay back Thursday, I'm assuming.
I think so.
Hell yeah.
All right. Yeah. So it's been real. Appreciate y'all for watching.
Go green.